Hey everybody, how you all doing? And we're back with To Action Sunday. Now, of course, I hope you guys enjoyed your Easter, have a bit of a spring break. If I bet you all did. So now we're gonna get back on track. So with this special gem, it's called Striking Distance, and it stars from Bruce Willis. And now there's gonna be a theme for this week, next week, and maybe the following week. I don't know, depending on how I'm feeling. We're gonna look at some gems from Bruce Willis's acting career, because, as you know, like several weeks ago, we found out that he had retired from acting due to aphasia. It's a mental disorder or something like that. I don't want to give too much of the details away if you guys haven't heard about the story, but I think you should. But anyway, I just want to look back at his career. Here's some with these gems of his career. But when this one is no different. I don't think anybody has ever heard of this. Bit of a shout out to Man Cave Theater. Again, my man, it's been a long time. I thank you for giving me some of these suggestions. I finally decided to come back to them. And of course, one of the first ones that you suggested was this one. So with that in mind, this could have been more perfectly timed. So anyway, to say this movie's called Striking Distance. It came out in the early 90s. Bruce Willis plays a cop by the name of Tom Hardy. Find that funny because there's an actor named Tom Hardy. So how can I put this in layman's terms? It's really good. And of course, I feel like I don't understand the hate on this movie. Like, there's a bunch of critics that didn't like this movie, but there's a lot of people actually say this is actually a fine movie, and I kind of agree because it's essentially like, it's not a cop movie, it's not a buddy cop movie. It's it's more like a detective thriller murder mystery kind of thing, because so here's what happens. Willis plays a cop named Tom Hardy. He's trying to solve this murder. It's called Polish Hills murder. Somehow, this all happening in the first act, or the prologue, as I call it. I don't want to give much of the killer's motives or details away. It's like he kidnaps these random women. He essentially kills them, but of course, to play with the cops is like he calls them and plays this really long and droning like version of a nursery rhyme tune. And it's really creepy and like almost like in like a slasher film way, if that makes sense. And like then of course, hours later you find the dead body. It's one of those kind of deal things. But then you flash forward. They think they have the guy and have this thing all solved, but no. And all the craziness, he was his father, who's also a cop, and his partner commits suicide due to some other bullshit that's going on. Then we flash forward 2 years ahead. So he's no longer a homicide detective. He's now working for a river patrol in the city of Pittsburgh, of all places, which, of course, I think is a good location. Like, hey, I think we're done with New York, L.A., and Chicago. Come on, let's go with somewhere cool. Let's go with Pittsburgh. So, yeah, let's go with that. I kind of like that. But anyway, so we flash forward to two years ahead, but somehow the killer is back, and we're like, what? But yeah, as the movie progresses, you slowly realize, oh my God, there's a connection, of what's going on to Officer Hardy's kitten story, and you're like, oh my God, you just want to see what's going on, and it's like that. It really has you on the edge of your seat, like holy shit. I wouldn't say it's like on a level of Die Hard, but it's definitely one of those kind of movies that makes you feel like, oh my God, what is going to happen next? And I feel bad. It's not that bad. I just really would like to see more. But hey, I will say the star power outside of Willis, you got Sara Jessica Parker, who plays his partner on the river patrol. Whatchamacallit. You got Dennis Farina, who plays his uncle, uncle or something like that, or best friend. But you get my point. There's Tom Atkins, and Tom Sizemore. I'm like, holy shit! You got some good names. There's some good star power in this movie, and like as the movie progresses, like you slowly see like this evolution of this character, like everything, and it's like you're just begging to see the bad guy get just desserts, or whoever is the bad guy. But the slow reveal is like, oh shit, I did not see that coming. It's like, who, how, why? And you're like, oh, you got all your questions. So yeah, but I will admit, there, if you're looking for in terms of explosions or something like that, very low on the explosions, but there's a whole lot like thrilling chases. Especially there's a car chase in that first act, as I call it between that takes where it goes throughout the entire city of Pittsburgh. From the inner city to the suburbs, that kind of thing. Then there's a chase on the real final act on the riverboat. There's that kind of thing, but it gets really cool. There's a little bit of a fist fight. There's some cool stuff, and then by the end you're like, oh shit, is it done? Is it over? Yes, it is. But of course, I really like how they with the killer, like the reveal is like, oh my god, he kind of is like a slasher villain. It's like, okay, this is how he's gonna do it. Bam, done. It's a little anticlimactic, but hey, at least you're entertained, and you're just by the end you're like, yay! This is seriously, I don't understand. Like, you guys gotta give this movie a chance. If you can find it, I highly recommend it. Okay, I think you would really enjoy it. Just seeing Bruce Willis still kick some ass and play this really good cop that slowly gets unhinged, and eventually by the end you're like, okay, he's exonerated. You got all this stuff. He falls in love with his partner, Sara Jessica Parker. It's like Parker. I'm like, hey, it works in the end. Enough said. But anyway, yeah, seriously, give this movie a watch. It's available on Tubi. That's how I found it. You will not be disappointed. Okay, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Thank you, Man Cave Theater. Great recommendation. And with that in mind, I'm going to give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. That's as best as I'm going to give it. I really enjoyed it. I was kind of expecting more, but still possibly a great underrated gem of Bruce Willis' career. All right? That's for today. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up, video, subscribe my channel, and stay tuned for some more awesome and exciting videos.